And we're back for episode 2. Now, what's been happening since the last time? Well, we've got some stuff. We've got a spark plug. We've got an air filter. We've got an oil filter. We've got some front and rear brake discs. No, they're not brake discs, they're brake pads. And we've also got a nice drive belt, a little thing, spinny thing, spinny, look. That is to take the oil filter off because it's in a sort of an awkward place. And we have a new set of grips. So we're hopefully in the next couple of days going to give the scooter a full service and change the brake pads and change the drive belt because I have no idea what age they are. There's also some nice oil over here. We'll bring the oil over. There we go. So there we have some nice semi-synth motorcycle oil. I'm sure Smith and all will be very pleased that I'm showing them on the video. We put that out of the way there. It's sort of a fancy spark plug. Pull it out here. It's very, very, very deep. Now that's the same thread as you get on Cub engines, but it's really deep. Like it's nearly twice as deep as you would get. But anyway, that's the one it is, and we'll get it all sorted out. So let's carry on. Okay, since the last episode you can see that I've removed all of the various body panels I need to get at all the various service components. Now this bike has 35,000 miles on it, and the dust and the dirt would tend to confirm that. One thing I will do before I put it all back together is take it outside and give it a good blast off with a pressure washer. Now the one thing I will say is that although the bike is 2009, so 14 years old and 35,000 miles, that's about 56,000 kilometers. Everything is in the right place. There's nothing unclipped, there's nothing hanging loose, and that makes me feel good. So down here, this is the air filter box. The final drive is obviously there. I don't know if you can see it, but down here is the oil filter, and obviously the oil drain plug and things like that is underneath. Battery is in there. If we come round here, you'll see I've removed the front panel on the fairing. When I got in here, there was a rat's nest of wiring, which turned out to be mostly the heated grips. Now I'm going to take the heated grips off, so I'm not interested in the wiring, and having taken that out, it all looks like it should again. I will say they were genuine Honda grips, but they could have been installed in a more tidy way. Around here you can see the exhaust. This will have to come off because you remove half of the swing arm to get the wheel out, and obviously once I've got it serviced and all that, I'll be taking the wheel out to bring it down to get a new tyre on it. Again, if we look around here, there's the oil filler cap, for example. Everything looks reasonably clean and tidy. All of the plastic housings are where they should be. and everything looks good. And I'll come back round to the front again. I'll try not to knock everything off my bench at the same time. This is currently loose because there's a small pillar here that a screw has snapped off in, so I'll have to deal with that. So everything looks fairly good there. So as well as the service and the general maintenance, there are a number of body panels which are damaged. Now, it's apart from one panel, it's not major damage, but I'll just let you have a quick look at those. This is the offside main body panel, which runs under the seat and down to the footwell. As you can see here, there's a fairly major crack there. Now, if I turn that over, it's got a nice flat rear, so I'll be able to clean that up and put some fiberglass in there, which should sort that out. I'll just put this out of the road. Now, this is the front access panel on the front fairing, or front fairing cover. Again, we have a small crack just there. You can see like that, and if we turn around again, you can see a small crack there. Again, that's very handy and flat, and it doesn't sit on top of anything, so that will be nice and easy to fiberglass as well. Quite a lot of these spring clips are missing. Now, I wasn't able to get the metal versions of it, but I was able to get the plastic version, and they work perfectly well, and they're grand, so not worried about that. And finally, we have this panel here. Now, this is the scuttle, the near side scuttle underneath the footrest. The slot here is for the kickstand, and it shows fairly clearly that this probably has been down the road at some point. Quite a bit of damage there, here. Now, as you can see, there's a fairly major crack there and some material missing. We have another crack here. This is for the mounting bolt and should be the same as this here, so I'm going to have to rebuild that up with fiberglass. I'll just check around here, and there's one final crack there. Now, you cannot really see this part, so I don't actually, I really don't care what it ends up looking like, but it will eventually just split completely down here, so we'll deal with that crack and damage, and that'll be that done and be able to forget about it. Okay, just so as you can see what I'm actually filming this on, this is my garage and it's fairly tight for space, so over the bench here, you see there's a GoPro here, and if we look up you should be able to see the GoPro there. Above the GoPro I have a monitor, so as I can actually see what I'm doing stuff on the bench, and see that it's in frame, because obviously I can't see the screen on the GoPro. I have a Tascam DR40X over here that I'm putting all the sound on. I'm actually wearing a wireless mic. I have remote controls here for the GoPro and the Tascam, and I'm actually doing the handheld stuff. I'll bring this around here onto the GoPro. I'm doing the handheld stuff on one of these little gimbal cameras. This is a Femi one. It's basically a copy of a DJI Osmo, and it's grand. It gives lovely smooth transitions. You can actually see if I put this down here, you can see it does its best to keep the camera still and smooths it out. It's a great little thing. Now, I'm trying to do this on a budget. I don't want to be buying lots of expensive kit or anything to do this, so I'm doing it with stuff that I've had more or less lying around. The GoPro was bought in 2015. I can't remember when I got the Tascam, and I don't even know why I got it, but anyway, it's there. It's a cheap Chinese lavalier, and it works perfectly well. Over here I have my script on an iPad, and that's basically it. If we go back round here, and we look up there, we've got LED lighting there and there, and they're actually lined up for when the table is lifted, the bike table is lifted. That's one of the best things I ever bought, by the way, was the bike table. I found I had terrible shadows on the bench, so there's another wee lamp there just to fill in a bit. And that's basically it. It hasn't cost me a fortune, and it produces reasonable quality video. I'm only doing 1080p because I don't think there's any particular need to do 4K. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed this week, and we'll be back soon with some more rubbish in the garage. Bye bye.